Hey everyone, it's Dr. Erica Person, and welcome to another episode of the Flex Audiology Show, where today we are going to talk about why wind and fan noise wreaks havoc on hearing aids and really what you can do about it. But first, before we jump in, if you can do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, that really helps our channel grow, and I appreciate you. So, have you ever been in a car on a really hot day, or you just get in there and it's stifling? So what do? You either roll down the windows, try to get some of that air out, or you crank up the AC and pray that it kicks in super, super fast. And then suddenly your hearing aids turn into a white noise machine. Everything's super loud. And so that's what we're going to talk about today, wind and noise, and why it's so tricky for hearing aid users to follow conversation when that air gets moving. So if you follow me on Facebook at all, you probably saw a story recently about a patient of mine that came in and reported to me that everybody in his car was really upset with him. They thought his hearing aids weren't working because he just couldn't hear. And he looked at them and said, "It is not me. It is these fans. It's super loud." And he was absolutely right. When I looked it up, typical fan noise in a car, like if I'm talking right now, my voice is about 55 to 65 decibels, but just a typical fan when it's turned on low is 30 to 40 decibels. And when you go to medium, it jumps to 40 and 50. And then if you're high, you're at 50 and 60. So that's really impacting just basic communication back and forth. And then when you send it to that max setting, because you're just so hot, it's often 70 dB or higher. So now if you even have normal hearing, you're being impacted, let alone if you have a hearing device. So trying to talk in the car with a fan blasting with hearing aids is a super big challenge for just about everyone. And so let's talk about wind noise in general. So windows down in the car, I get that a lot too. So again, you just have the basic noise from the wind coming. And then for some people, depending on the type of vehicle they're in, the actual wind noise is hitting the microphones on the hearing aid as well. And then motorcycles, totally forget about it. So I've had patients that tell me they wear their hearing aids on their motorcycles. I don't know how they do it. As soon as they would turn this way, I could just imagine the device flying through the air, but a lot of them still wear helmets. And even with the helmets, it's pretty loud. I know because I actually drive a motorcycle, so I'm well aware how noisy it can be. And then really, I have patients that are just going out for exercise every single day, and the wind is going over their microphones and they're coming in and complaining about it. So wind noise is super chaotic, it's very irregular, and your brain really can't make sense of it because it lacks a pattern. And your hearing aids are trying to process it like speech, and they're smart, but they can't always figure it out because it's modulating too fast. It's changing all the time. So what are the hearing aids doing? The good news is that most manufacturers have some type of wind noise feature in their devices itself, but many of them work when they actually feel the wind causing turbulence on top of the microphones itself. And usually it's going to take it 3 to 4 minutes. So the challenging part is, again, wind is very chaotic. It's constantly moving. So if you're not getting that steady kind of beat of the microphones, it may not kick in. And then depending on really the sound quality coming into the devices, it may not recognize it as wind. Other devices, they just have it either on or off. And so then you start to get into the premium devices that give you really aggressive noise reduction. And I want to be super, super clear that when this feature kicks in, it is not making speech clear. It's just making it's just making everything comfortable. It's turning it down. It's trying to get you through the environment till you can get to a place that you can actually communicate. So what can you do about it? So if you're in the car, biggest thing is making sure that the fan's blowing a different direction so it's not actually hitting your microphones. But really in the car, there's not a lot you can do other than really just turning it down. So hopefully, or telling everybody in there, give me 5 minutes, let's just get this car cooled, we'll turn the fan down, and then we can talk, listen to music. You can also use a comfort feature in your actual devices itself. Many hearing aids have multiple programs, or they have an app on the phone that you could use and change it for that. And then in a windy kind of outdoor environments, wearing a hood or something over there to kind of combat the wind from hitting into your hearing aids as you're walking. And then really just reminding people about good quality communication, which is turning and looking at you when they're communicating. So if you're walking with someone, that can be more of a challenge, or even in the car. But those are going to be your best case chances to be able to communicate with people. But honestly, I would just tell them, hey, give me a minute. Let's get through this environment and then we'll chit chat after that. So my closing thoughts. The next time you're battling your car fan or just braving the outdoor environments here in windy Indiana and Ohio, we're pretty close. It's really not your hearing or even your hearing aids. It is just the physics of sound in motion. So try not to stress about it too much. Be kind to yourself, but also be kind to others. People with hearing loss are not intentionally ignoring you. They have hearing aids because they're trying to hear the best that they can possibly hear. And sometimes the hearing aids just cannot reduce that noise enough to make the sound quality come through. So otherwise, for the rest of the summer, guys, stay cool. Good luck out there. And I'm sure we're going to have the cool weather sooner than we want to. And we will be wishing that it was summertime. Hope you guys have a great day.